Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of 5-Minute Mommy Tips. Today I am going to be talking about consistency. Consistency is super important if you want your children to take you seriously and if you want them to stay on top of the rules and the guidelines that you have created for your household. So stay tuned. So here are my tips for consistency. 1, don't say it if you don't mean it. If you tell your child that if they do X, Y will happen, and then they do X and then Y doesn't happen, they're not going to take you seriously, they're not going to believe you, and they're always going to know that, hey, I can do X because Y is not really going to happen, even though mommy and daddy said it would. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Stick to it, even if it's difficult, even if it breaks your heart to not let your child get or have or do whatever it is that they wanted to do. If you said that there was a consequence for their actions, you need to stick to it. Another example of consistency is with bedtime. Once you choose a bedtime for your child, you need to stick with it. It can't waver from here, there, and everywhere because, again, same thing. They're not going to take you seriously. So if you tell them that their bedtime is at 8 o'clock, then you need to have them go to bed at 8 o'clock every night. Doesn't matter if they fight you, if they argue, if they want to bargain, or whatever the case may be. At 8 o'clock, they need to be in bed. It can be difficult because some parents say that their kids are not tired and they stay up and things like that. But you just need to find a good routine, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they need to be tired out during the day, or maybe this is a perfect opportunity for consequences. If you don't go to bed at 8 o'clock the way we spoke about, then you're not going to be able to play video games. Or if you don't go to bed at 8 o'clock as we spoke about, then I'm not going to take you skating on Saturday, which you've been asking to do. Whatever it is, you may have to incorporate consequences in order to get them to do what it is that they need to do.
I realized there was something else I wanted to add as I was editing this video. So you guys know I speak a lot about homeschooling on my channel, so I wanted to tie that in with consistency. So right now I teach the boys for about 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. When you think of traditional school, you think 5 days a week for about 6 hours a day, give or take. Aside from the fact that, you know, as a homeschool family, you don't really need that amount of learning time because the number of students is so much less than when you're at traditional school. But this has also worked for us because I am consistent. So whenever the boys are being taught, we go over whatever the topics are and whatever they're learning until I feel like they really have it down. So here's a perfect example. I've been asked a lot of times how the boys started reading at such a young age. But I really didn't go out of my way to actively teach them how to read, but we consistently went over their letters, letter sounds, and I read to them every single day, and I still read to them every day. So eventually they were able to sound out words, and I always say that if you know letter sounds, then you can sound out words, and if you can sound out words, then you can read. So therefore, the consistency paid off. So in every avenue of life, especially when it comes to children, consistency is really key.
So that's pretty much it for consistency. It's not really a loaded topic. It's not really a loaded thing. You say something, you have to mean it. You say it, you stick with it. That way your children will know you're serious and they will do the things that you're asking them to do. So you can come up with a list of things that you want your children to do or not do, and then come up with how you're going to get them to do it and what the consequences will be if they don't, and then you need to stick to it. Sometimes you may have to even write it on a whiteboard so that you guys can all see it, so that the kids know that this is a real thing, and so that you remember that it's a real thing. Because a lot of time as parents, we just want to, sometimes you just shoo them off and give them what they want just to get them out of your face for a certain amount of time. But if you say no TV during the week and then you just want to get them out of your hair and you say, okay, we'll just go ahead and watch TV, then they know that you're not really serious about it. They know that they can catch you in a weak moment and then they'll be able to sit there and watch TV. So that was my tip on consistency. I really hope that it was helpful. If you like this video and videos like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you can have a notification every time I post new content. Have a blessed day.